Win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney location. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Music's almost over, Terrell. We gotta get to it.
All right, let's go. Let's go then. Let's go. Welcome to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday, December 16th, 2025, and it's K-Dub Tuesday with former coach, player, jack of all trades, Kenny Wilhite. What's up, Kenny?
What's up, brother?
Oh, man, busy day in Huskerland. Yesterday, man, was a hard day for the Husker fans as we found out that Dylan Raiola was going to the transfer portal. 2 years at Nebraska, Kenny. Dylan was 13-9, 6-9 in the Big Ten, 1 bowl win, and paid around $4 million in his 2-year stay here.
Well, I guess we know now what everybody's been assuming, right? So,
well, it depends what you assume.
Well, everybody assumed that when his uncle was let go that he would probably transfer. I don't know if there was anything tied to that situation, but yeah, I mean, I think the kid's doing what he feels best for him. And again, I heard somebody say this earlier, and I've been saying this all along. I just want kids that truly wants to be at the University of Nebraska, not just because they're getting paid NIL, not because they, all the social media hype, but truly wants to be there, want to stay there, and it's not about just money. That's all I want.
Well, and also I talked to you earlier, and I have this thing about kids just been thrown in the limelight, been thrown into action before they was ready. I still think Dylan was a developmental type of player. He needed to be developed. I don't think he should have been started. I think he should have redshirted. I mean, it's hard to make a five-star redshirt.
Yeah.
Especially when you got a name like that. I mean, if you look at the Manning kid, Arch Manning, he was able to play behind somebody. When you look at all these other kids, Ty Simpson, Julian Sayin, he was at Alabama for a minute till he got up and left. So, and we have the same situation with TJ Lateef now. I mean, probably wasted a redshirt year when he should have redshirted. But if I could find a quarterback that's probably like him, but a little bit mature, I would go with that. But at the same time, it's all about competition.
Yes.
Can TJ get ready for that next year brutal schedule? That's my concern when I talk about the TJ Lateef thing. Like, you might have that 2-game window where you have the Akrons and the Bowling Green. I think we play them first next year. Miami of Ohio, North Dakota. But then you get into a brutal part of the schedule where experience must overcome athletics, or talent-wise. When I say that, because that schedule is so brutal that, and he's still a little tender to me when I say that part, because he, just started 4 games here, 3 games, the last 3, and probably 3 more games of backup work. But when we talk about the Raiola part of it, is that, we've seen what he can do. We've seen the things he can do. Now, I'm not going to harp on this Dylan Raiola subject because, I'm going to move on just like he moved on from us because, there's no reason to sit and cry over spoiled milk. You know what I'm saying?
You can't.
Because, now is the time for us to find out who we really are as a team, as a nation, as Husker fans, as people who've been around this Husker football for 60, 70 years. We have to move on. We have to grow up.
You have no choice. I mean,
yeah.
If you sit around and play the what-if game and the woulda, shoulda, couldas, and again, could Raiola have benefited from a redshirt season? Yes. But unfortunately, we didn't have
that patience.
I wouldn't say we didn't have that patience. There was nobody else they could turn to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you recruited a high-level kid, and I'm sure there was promises made, and, so they had to fulfill those promises. And, I mean, from what the kid did, you want to thank him.
Now, here's what I say. Raiola, a former 5-star in the class of 23, was more than average. He did some great things.
Mm-hmm.
He did some wrong. He did some bad things.
Mm-hmm.
I think not being able to be that mobile, not mobile. I'm not saying a dual threat, but his presence in the pocket wasn't up to par. His footwork wasn't what it's supposed to be. My question to you and Bock is, did we fail Dylan or did he fail us? I mean, you have to ask that question because, you got a quarterback coach. You have 2 quarterback coaches. You have a Patrick Mahomes coach that you go to in the summertime and you work out with. And when they say the things we couldn't do for him was probably one of the reasons why he's leaving now.
Yeah, I mean, the statement he made saying that he wants to, go play somewhere where he can get developed and go to the NFL, right? That's what he said. So somewhere there was a disconnect, whether it was coaching philosophy, play calling. We don't know. As outsiders, we don't know. We don't know what's going on inside those walls. All we can do is speculate and give our opinions and say what we think. Is it some of his fault? Yes. Is it some coaching fault? Yes. I think, again, it goes back to what are you asking kids to do? The things you're asking to do, is he going to be successful? Not just him, but everybody on the team. You know what I mean? So it falls back on everybody has a part in it. everybody, coaching staff, player development, strength coach.
Does it fall back more on Glenn Thomas or the offensive coordinator? Because Glenn Thomas is the quarterback coach, isn't he?
Yeah, so it starts there.
Yeah.
It starts with him, then it starts with the offensive coordinator, the strength coach. Again, you got to look. We're speculating. Did Dylan do everything that they asked him to do within the confines of the offense, the working out, and all that? Did he do that?
It seems that that was the case because he did. I mean, that the pictures we seen and the things we got from Matt Rule. Oh, Dylan looks great this summer.
Yeah.
He's this, he's that. Didn't look 100% to me better.
No.
Didn't paint the same picture that was painted.
No. And again, those are the things that Coach Rule said, and from the looks of it, he was a little bit better, but I think his body wasn't where it should have been. For him to have a little bit more mobility to get out of some of the situations he was in. Again, all we can do is thank him for what he did for us. Thank him for what he did for the university. He was a guy that was the forefront of trying to get big name talent to come to Nebraska. So he's gone now. We can't, like you just said, we can't cry over it. Now we got to move on. Now we're going to see what we have in Latif in his bowl game and going forward. Coaching staff's got to find somebody that, one, like you said, is going to create competition for Latif. Probably going to need somebody that's going to already have experience playing 1 or 2 years in big-time college football. Because if you bring up somebody in that's a project, you're back at square one, I think.
I mean, when we talk about the quarterbacks, that's in, like Nebraska has to go. We're gonna listen to Hogan some later on. He had his press conference. And he talked about what they're gonna look for in the transfer portal. My thing about Dana Holgorsen is I haven't seen what you did in Houston, West Virginia, and your other stops here. I seen a plain offensive coordinator who's not really showed me what you did in college. I mean, showed me why the hype was all about, Dana Holgorsen. I haven't seen that part of that offense yet, Bock. I don't know if it's because of the line. I don't know if it's because of the quarterback play. Only thing I know is that Emmett did what he was supposed to do, and that goes to his offensive running back coach. He gets the credit for that part.
And Emmett made a lot of that on his own too.
Yeah, but he still was coach though.
Yeah, he was coach. He was coach. And again,
you got to make. When a running back does what he did, it makes the running back coach look good,
and it makes the O line look good too. To some degree, to some degree, it makes the O line look good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So again, Bock, I know you have your 2 cents to say, and I know you have something to say about this, but again, ultimately, I just want kids that truly wants to be, and it's not about them. It's about team. It's about the University of Nebraska, and it's about the fans. It's not about them.
You see that?
What's that?
That's the N on the side of your helmet. That's what it is.
That's what I want it to be about. I don't want it to be about how much NIL am I going to get? Because those kids they're not going to stay here long. You know what I mean? You ultimately want kids that want to be here. And then you want to have a staff here that can, so he says, develop them and get them ready for, because he said they play a pro-style defense, right? Pro-style offense. Getting kids ready for the next level. That's what we need.
Who said we play pro-style defense?
Hey, that's what they were saying.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Rob Orridge bringing in.
What'd you say, Bob?
Bringing Rob Orridge in, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was that?
That's the new defensive coordinator. From San Diego State.
Yeah. Same thing with him. He has to be proven here.
Yes, he does.
You're not going to walk in and just think that them 11 guys you got on the field right now is going to go in there and do the thing. Is Rob going to be helping right now, like as we talk with bowl practice?
He is. Yes.
He's helping, but I thought Snow was doing all the.
Yeah, Snow's the D coordinator.
Now, Kenny, let's pause on the Dylan Raiola thing for a minute. Phil Snow came on air the other day.
Yeah, I heard it.
He talked about the defense and the coaches and everything that he possibly could say that was wrong with the black shirts. For a guy that's on my coaching staff, for you to watch 12, 13 games, then come out and say that, that lets me know that you wasn't doing your job correctly, and I should be pointing a finger at you too because you let it go on for so long when we talk about being the associate head coach, making money.
Well, he's the associate head coach. Ultimately, he's going to fall back on the head coach. If he continues to allow it from week to week, that's on the head coach.
Yeah,
that's not on Phil Snow. But for him to come out and say what he said, the things that he said, that's discouraging.
Yeah.
That's really discouraging. Because there's no way I'm going to sit back and let this happen from week to week, week in, week out. Because I know they have staff meetings.
Yeah. Now I like this one from Jeff the Texan. He says, I would like to see for NIL money a base salary and then extra pay for performances on the field.
Incentives.
And incentives-based pay structure.
Yep.
I would like to see base too, because what we're doing is we're ruining a game that's been played over hundreds of years of regular football. And then we get to this point now where we have to have the NIL. We have to have transfer portal. We have to have 30 or 40 grown men on the sideline that obviously can't get right with the things they do.
You say grown men, you talking about the players or you talking about the coaches?
The coaches' helpers, all those people on the sideline.
I got you.
That say they're coaches, that's out there doing something. When you don't meet with your team after, let's say, the first 8 plays of the game, Bock, what was said about the first 8 plays of the game?
Usually scripted.
No,
what
there was
the
mistakes.
rules said about there were mistakes on the first 8 plays of the game.
The Penn State game, yeah.
Yeah. What coach do you know will let that go on for the first 8 plays? Charlie McBride probably would have had, and I tried not to go back to the 90s because I'm not going back to the 90s. I'm going back to now because these guys need to learn the game of football. It's not for me to teach them what Nebraska is. They should come to Nebraska and learn what Nebraska is, because Nebraska has always been Nebraska.
I do have a few questions for you, Kenny, because I think it's interesting as these conversations are going along. And I hear people say, and Adam said in the last show too, you want guys that want to be here. You want, willing, playing for the end, all that sort of stuff. Is that not modern day asking like a pro team to play for the Chicago Bears? Like, hey, you got to play for the love of the Chicago Bears. Like, now that we've turned it into a like game-changing, life-changing money at stake, how, and maybe you can get 30% of the roster play for the side of the on the side of the helmet, but wouldn't the majority of these guys, you made it a business, don't they have to treat it as a business?
I will take 11 Luke Lindenmeyers before I take 3 guys that just coming in for money, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He's developed himself into the player he is. Now, is he a game changer by any means? No. But he's a hard-nosed, tough kid that will do anything for that university. You know what I'm saying? So going back to your question, and people say this Indiana thing is what do you call it?
An outlier.
An outlier.
Yeah.
No, you can't, because again, that man had the mindset that he had when he took that job, meaning Coach Cignetti. He said what he said, and then he said, Google me, I'm a winner, right?
Mm-hmm.
What he did was he created an environment and a staff that he knew fit what he wanted to get done. Then he went out and brought the kids in that he thought that could fit that, what they want to do offensively, defensively, and special teams wise. That's why he got Mendoza, right? He knew what that kid had, and he knew that kid can do what they wanted him to do for his system. And that's why they are where they are. Not once has that man said, I need more NIL money. Not once has he said, this is a rebuild, or this is we're trying to create a culture. Those, to me, continue to be excuses. You know what I mean?
You seen the 60-minute thing I sent y'all?
Yeah.
Kurt Cignetti is a real coach. He said when he first got to Indiana, he had to change a lot. He said they had that mentality that they didn't want to win. They had everything was old. Everything was, he had to bring his style, his culture. He brought 13 players with him from James Madison.
And he kicked butt with him.
Yeah, 13 players, not 60 like people think he took the whole team, because James Madison is still good today.
Yes.
But he brought his own coaching style in, and he did it his way.
So,
I mean, it makes me wonder, what is our culture like at the University of Nebraska? What is our identity after 3 years of Matt Rule? Do we have that? Do we have a identity.
From the outside looking in, no. What do you think, Bob?
Well, I mean, I think it's been this way for a long time. We talk about having a winning culture here, and you got to try to turn that around. And I think from the fan standpoint, we'll sit back and go, yeah, we got a winning culture. One of the best programs all time. We got 5 national titles. But then you go inside that locker room, and until recently, nobody had played in bowl games, right? You weren't even having legitimate winning seasons. And so you can't, how do you have a winning culture when you have losing teams? So, I mean, I think that factors into it. You need somebody to come in there and shift that identity. And a lot of these problems, as we always say, go back to the Bobby Bowden quote, winning fixes all. I mean, you could start but how do you kind of get there, right? Is one of the things. But then another question I wanted to ask you, Kenny, because Terrell was bringing this up and you being a part of, many coaching staffs, I wanted to kind of pick your brain on it. Because we've talked about this before, having too many chefs in the kitchen. And this past defense, the last couple defenses, to be honest with you, with Butler kind of breathing down Tony Whitesnake. How does that go? Because from the outside, you can sit back, well, this guy's been a defensive coordinator. We got 4 defensive coordinators on staff. This will be great. They all mesh their ideas. They all, and it's going to work perfectly. And then it doesn't. And then you sit back and say, well, if you had the ideas to fix it, why wasn't it implemented, from somewhere on staff? I mean, what are the kind of the power dynamics? How does a guy that maybe has defensive coordinator experience that's coaching the defensive backs, how much say is he going to say in, scheme and adjustments and stuff that as a whole, or Phil Snow, and I guess would be a better example now than Addison Williams, how much say would he have to John Butler and being able to turn things around throughout the season or throughout a game?
Well, again, if you're all on the same page, speaking the same language, there's nobody stepping on anyone's toes. So evidently there's some disconnect. There has to be some disconnect between all those guys. Like you said, there's Butler, there's Snow, and there's Addison Williams, right? They're all coordinators. They're all been coordinators. So you put 3 heads together, hopefully some they can come to a conclusion like, this is what we can do. This is what we have on our team. This is what's best for these players, right? Mm-hmm. Again, if I'm the defensive coordinator, you have an opinion, and Farley has an opinion. I'm going to listen to you guys' opinion, but it's ultimately going to be based on what we can do with what we have on our roster, right? How can we simplify it for it to register in their heads where they don't have to think about it, just go out and play fast?
I think this problem gets deeper than just coaches and players. I think when we look at the inside of this building called Memorial Stadium, we have to look at the recruiting department. We have to look at who's in charge of that. Who's in charge of what players we go after? Because when we look at it at first, we think we get dogs, but we end up getting something totally different, Bach, in the process of when it comes to recruiting. Kenny, as a former recruiting guy, do they take your input serious more than just by word?
So the order in which it goes is you watch a kid. If you like the kid, you grade the kid. Once you grade him, the position coach watches him. Position coach watches him, grades him. If he has a grade to move on to the coordinator, then the coordinator watches him. Coordinator passes him on, then the head coach watches him. Now, I don't know what the dynamic is down there now, but that's usually how it went. It's interesting you asked that because, again, now you have general managers who are supposed to be
good at their job.
Well,
a general manager's job is to find talent, like the NFL.
There you go.
Like an NFL.
So now,
like Ron Wolf was for the Packers.
So now recruiting guys, they scour the country for film. They look at it, probably meet with the general manager. Hey, this is a kid we need to move up the ladder. Now I'm hearing that the general manager has more say so now than the head coach in some situations. Now, is that the case down there? I do not know. You know what I'm saying? So again, the recruiting thing is not if everybody had the answers, everybody'd be winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the recruiting thing. But it also comes down to you doing your homework because you want kids with good character.
Yeah.
Right? Good character first and foremost. That love football, want to get a good education, and they ultimately want to be at your university. Because if you're not getting those kids in 1 year, 2 years, they're going to transfer. Or 1 year, they're going to get in trouble. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to do your due diligence, do your homework. And like Bach, again, to answer your question, it's for the coordinators, if they're all on the same page, working towards one common goal, and that's the betterment of the team, those young men in the locker room and to win, it shouldn't be an issue. Again, for him to say what he said in that press conference, there's some disconnect somewhere. So it's mind-boggling to me.
Yeah. Especially if
12 weeks?
Yeah.
We had 12 games, right?
75?
Yeah.
What we are, 75?
It fell apart at the end, yeah.
It all fell apart. So something went wrong somewhere. Now, like you said, we can talk about it after break, but the Butler being hired and Tony White situation, I know there was some rift there.
Yeah.
All right. 93.7 The Ticket, Bock The Blackshirt. K-Dub Tuesday in effect. We'll be right back.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see increasing clouds throughout the day with light winds and an afternoon high around 55. Tonight, partly cloudy skies and light winds with a low around 28. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies. It'll be breezy with an afternoon high near 54. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, to brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Omaha Steaks is the official sponsor of tailgating. From legendary burgers to mouth-watering steaks, deli-style franks, and so much more, you'll elevate your next game day get-together with America's original butcher. Now you have the chance to be the ultimate gift giver this holiday season. Visit omahasteaks.com/theticket for 16 free Omaha Steaks smash burgers on your order of $129 or more, plus 50% off site-wide. That's 16 free smash burgers at omahasteaks.com/theticket. See the website for details. Happy holidays from Omaha Steaks.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving, not your paperwork. Join over 11,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain and the letter x.com/AI.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is K-Dub Tuesday in effect here. Let's go through some texts, guys. I want to read some of the things. Cornelius JS1 says, he written a lot, but I need to go up because I seen one I seen one I liked earlier.
You got your glasses on now, you can see.
Okay.
He was panicking.
He says, kids that want to be at Nebraska sounds amazing, K-Dub. But like Rue said, we're staring down a nasty Big Ten schedule next year, and you have to have guys that can compete with the Buckeyes. When we talk about recruiting-wise, and out of the 105 guys we got, how many of these guys do you think that are Big Ten ready? I'm talking about actually can play in the Big Ten.
That's kind of hard to say. Because I know recent years when I was on staff and guys will bring up guys and I'm like, man, you are not going to win the Big Ten with those guys.
Yeah.
You're not. You're not going to win the Big Ten with those guys.
Can you win the Big Ten without going into the transfer portal and getting a running back?
No.
Can you win the Big Ten without going in transfer portal and getting another quarterback?
No. And the reason why I say that
Can you win the Big Ten with the same down line?
No, it ain't going to happen. No, sir. I'm going to cut you off on that one. So we were talking about it on break when you went and got your little, I don't know if you got a Red Bull or whatever you got, but the transfer portal should be to fill holes.
Not get development players.
Not get development. You have to bring in guys that are better than you have on your roster now. Even in recruiting, you have to recruit better than what you every year has to be better than what you have on your roster right now. That's going to create competition and is going to hopefully light a fire in guys who are competitive and don't want to lose their jobs. You know what I mean? To people that are coming in. So it's tough to say what we have. I mean, we didn't win the Big Ten with them this year, right? What we have on our roster this year, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be mostly the same guys that on the roster next year.
All right.
With the minus of Emmett and Raiola.
Do you view this and you know, you're going through those positions, and I was thinking this the same thing, is what's unfortunate why people are getting frustrated, maybe part of, you know, the Dylan Raiola leaving more so than the significance of having one player, is it does kind of just, it makes year 4 and some of the moves that have gone around it, new defensive coordinator, right, new offensive line coach. This is a rebuilding year, is it not? I mean, it can't be. It shouldn't be, right? But roster-wise, this is a rebuilding year. This is not a reload. Nebraska's not a reloading program.
But I don't want to hear rebuilding.
You got 85 sophomores.
So you're a young team. You're going to have the bowl practices, right? Then you'll have spring ball. You'll have summer conditioning, and you'll have fall camp to get those guys ready. 85 sophomores. They'll be junior next year, right? Right?
Some people are junior ready.
So, Bob, that word we're not using around here.
I'm not saying that they should. I'm not saying they should. I'm saying the national perspective. If you look at Nebraska, what they're positioned to do this next season, in this offseason, this is not a team that's going to come in. Hey, they're knocking on the door of the top 25. Hey, they should get recognized. This is kind of a rebuilding.
Don't, Bob.
National perspective. Hate to say it.
You can't say rebuilding, Bob. Again, with all the coaching changes,
rebranded.
Well, they can't reload. They haven't been a reloading school for years.
Yeah, but we can't say rebuilding.
You need new quarterback, new running back, different offensive lineman, different defensive lineman, new defensive coordinator. It sounds a lot like a rebuilding year to me.
Only thing you probably don't need is DBs and receivers.
Well,
yeah,
but we do. I think we do need a receiver to take the top off.
You don't have a big time receiver that can take the top off of the defense. You don't. So is that what we need, or is that what we want? I don't know. We don't know. But Bob, if you say rebuild again, I'm gonna pull.
I think it helps.
What's that?
Having a guy that can take the top off the roof.
We need that.
I think it helps because now the under guys, the Nayers and the Hunters and the Barneys, they get open now. Do we have one coming in as these freshmen? I don't know, but I don't think a freshman. I don't think you're gonna get a Jeremiah Jones type of freshman.
Oh, that kid in Miami.
Jeremiah Smith at kind of
Ohio State.
At Nebraska.
No.
But, we're not going to probably never find that Trey Palmer type that we had at one time. But at the same time, we got medium route guys that can and it seems to me like they couldn't get open most of them after the easy games was kind of up, or besides the Maryland game. Kenny, 1001 says this program may never reach. He said this program may not reach the level of Dr. Tom's era again. What seems like maybe years before we are 8-4, 9-3 school that somewhat worries those 3 or 4 teams that you beat. We are not a team that others spend extra time in the film room leading up to game week.
So, not to harp on the 90s, like you said, from what he's saying, it reminds me of Kansas, K-State, Iowa. I can't say Iowa State because they upset us. But those weeks leading up to those games, the first day of practice, we practiced option for Oklahoma and Colorado. You know what I mean? We would practice option for those teams first, and then because we knew athletically and physically that we were a better team than those 3 teams. So that's what it sounds like he's saying, and it's sad to say it, but I don't like he just said. I don't think people fear coming to Memorial Stadium anymore. I don't think people dread coming into Memorial Stadium anymore. It's just like the LeBron and Michael debate that's going on now. People feared Michael. They don't fear LeBron. You know what I mean? So what? It's discouraging to hear that people think or people say they don't fear coming in the house anymore.
Lakers in 5.
You know what I mean, Bob?
Yeah.
It's crazy how far we fall.
Well, a lot of teams come for the halftime show. That's probably the best thing they say about Nebraska.
Third quarter,
that day.
The start of the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
The light show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they talk about. They don't talk about the team and how
I've seen
hard it is to play here. I mean, when we played, you had to battle the crowd. I mean, I think when we had the 90,000 or whatever we did, one thing I love about Nebraska is that on third down, you can make it so loud in this place that they're going to jump outside. And I don't see players doing that anymore, throwing their hands up to get the crowd into the game. I don't see that.
Well, I would say that, like the Colorado environment last year, Travis Hunter, the Heisman winner, said that was the best environment he's been in. So, I mean, you can get the environment going, but it's just about winning on the field.
Yes.
Nebraska, and I say this for a long time, when Nebraska first started kind of moving away from Frank Solich and getting in the, there was like, okay, we were trying to figure out what's the differences, right? You still had some really good players heading off to the NFL. Where are the small differences now that this program has fallen in the Bill Callahan era from the Frank Solich and Tom Osborne era? The further and further you get away from that, the further and further you go, what are the similarities? What is similar today about Nebraska football than what it was in 1995? And there's just not a whole lot.
There's nothing similar, but I mean, things change. You have to adapt to college football. You hate to say it, the changing dynamic of college football, because kids nowadays, they want to see all the glitz and glamour. They want to see all the fireworks. They want to see all the light shows. You know, like Travis Hunter said, it was electrifying to come and play at Nebraska. But the product on the field does not match.
You're right about that. But you look at the come up and the go, the teams that go down, they seem to rise back up. It seems that Nebraska never ever gets to the top of the grass. We stick our finger out the grass. It's like being buried. You can stick your finger up in the air, but you don't stick
you did, bro.
Yeah, I mean that's I mean this program. I mean,
quicksand maybe.
I mean,
quicksand. There you go. Let's say quicksand.
But let's say, look at the Miami. They was down for years.
Yeah,
they came back up.
Yeah.
Look at a team like Indiana. Been down for 100 years. They got probably the best run in the last 2 years in college football. Look at USC. Look at Michigan. Those teams went down.
Yeah.
They came back up. They're alive. Nebraska, we still the same. I mean, yeah, granted, we win 1 or 2 games more than we did with Scott Frost, but Mike Riley did the same thing.
Yeah, he won 8.
You know, Mike Riley did this.
He won 8.
He won 9 with Bo Pelini's players.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the more you keep getting new coaches, you're going to lose players. And that's the part I'm worried about is this domino started with Dylan. How is this domino going to keep falling? I mean, we don't know yet because a lot of players are going to wait till after the bowl game.
Yeah. The portal opens when?
January 2nd.
So it could be some more leaving.
Oh, yeah.
Are we prepared?
I'll go down there and get you about 80 Georgia guys.
We don't need 80.
10.
We don't need that many. Speaking of Georgia, you saw what happened to them now.
Who?
Them 3 knuckleheads.
For what knucklehead?
Georgia.
I don't know.
Oh, so you missed that in the news, huh?
I'm not a news reader like that.
Oh, you didn't catch that.
Oh, that's in Florida somewhere.
No, that was in
kids,
Georgia,
wasn't it?
No, it was 3 Georgia football players.
Oh, I'll look it up on break. 93.7 the ticket. We'll be right back.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com. When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2. Husker fans watch women's basketball, so we can't wait to see you in the stands at Pinnacle Bank Arena this season. Single game tickets start at just $12, making it easier than ever to watch the Huskers from the best seat in the house. Don't miss your chance to witness the energy, the hustle, and the heart of this team live in PBA. Huskers watch women's basketball, so get your tickets now at huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
At Riddle's Jewelry, We know there are moments in life when you realize this is what it's all about. And you wish you could hold on to that feeling forever. This is why we've made jewelry our passion for 65 years. This holiday season, find the perfect gift with savings up to 50%. Riddle's Jewelry, family owned since 1959.
Located in Lincoln at the Gateway Mall.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Omaha Steaks is the official sponsor of tailgating. From legendary burgers to mouth-watering steaks, deli-style franks, and so much more, you'll elevate your next game day get-together with America's original butcher. Now you have the chance to be the ultimate gift giver this holiday season. Visit omahasteaks.com/theticket for 16 free Omaha Steaks smash burgers on your order of $129 or more, plus 50% off site-wide. That's 16 free smash burgers at omahasteaks.com/theticket. See the website for details. Happy holidays from Omaha Steaks. The 2026 Love Nebraska schedule is here. Season 2 features 10 opportunities to catch your home team in Nebraska, with 9 at Baxter Arena and 1 at the Heartland Events Center in Grand Island. More matches means more chances to see your favorite pro volleyball athletes, like Lexi Rodriguez and Jordan Larson. Check out the full schedule by visiting lovbneb.com/schedule.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Kenny.
Oh, Lord.
Bock did his homework on me, Kenny.
He did?
He did his homework on me.
What did he do?
He came in and said something crazy. He was giving me stats and stuff. I want Bock to tell you about who the black shirt really is.
Who, you?
Yeah.
Man, I already know who you are.
But this is, and listen, I've read a lot of little bios, and you've read a lot more, Kenny Wilhite, obviously, in your job connection before. But this stood out. So Terrell's been telling me for years all this, he's blocked 50 kicks, and I'm going, okay, well, yeah, sure.
That's over-exaggerating.
Yeah, he's over-exaggerating.
I blocked 30, 40 kicks.
But, okay, that's what I'm saying is so I open this up. This is the Nebraska media guide for 1995.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the whole recruiting class in here. Terrell, you're the only one without a picture. What's up with that?
Too sexy to be.
So there's no picture in there, but I think it's because he was in junior college. He's the only junior college player that year. And I'll just go through a little bit of this because, again, as much as I've read so many, growing up reading all of these, right? Any incoming recruit that comes in, this pops incredibly. So it says this past season, I'll skip a few paragraphs to get to the point that I'm talking about. This past season, Farley registered 116 tackles, 12 sacks, an amazing 15 blocked kicks, 9 punts, and 6 field goals in one season. He scored 2 touchdowns on fumble returns in the playoff game versus Coffeyville, which Independence won 34-20. So already at this point, I'm going 15 blocked kick. That's ridiculous.
Juco.
His freshman year, he earned second-team All-American with 95 tackles and 7 block kicks.
22.
That's 22 total block kicks.
Okay, Bob.
He led.
Okay, go ahead.
He led Kendrick High School, coached by Howard Busby, to the state title as a junior. And in 2 years at Kendrick, blocked over 20 kicks. That is, what is that? A total of 4. What is that? So 20 plus 15 plus 7. That's 42 kicks that they talked about. And blocked 42 kicks. I didn't even think that was possible.
4 here, so 46.
Okay, Bob. So now let's break this down. You went to high school in Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Bock, they ain't working on special teams, so ain't nobody blocking for the punter on special teams. Definitely ain't blocking for the field goal kicker. They don't even know how to kick a field goal down there. Now you go to junior college. Now fast forward to junior college. The same thing, Bock. I played in that league. Ain't nobody blocking on special teams.
It's not my fault. I was
ole. That's how he was able to block those kicks. No. Did he have a knack for it? Yes. He did have blocking kicks is about
timing.
1-2, right? 1-2 is first.
Timing.
1-2, right? and then technique and timing. He had that down pat. So if there was any slip ups or if there was any Olay blocks, my man, he gonna block it. So he had you research him, Bob.
No,
he didn't. I ran into this myself. I want to ask you, as a guy that worked in recruiting, how often did you see guys with like 30 blocked kicks in a high school season?
You didn't see that.
Yeah.
Well,
the
thing you talk about when it comes to recruiting, Coach Samuel said he ran through my tape. He said one day he was just in there, he put my tape in, and he was like, he got up after 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
He said he took it to Charlie McBride, and next thing you know, bam.
Gotcha.
So, you know, I never claimed to start blocking kicks. I always learned it from my brother because he did it his senior year. I said I wanted to take it to a different level, and that's the way. And I always gave him credit for helping me.
He taught you.
Taught me, yeah.
And he pushed you.
Yeah, and he pushed me. But you know, we practiced this. I actually had a 10-minute session in high school where my coach would lay out mats for me to go do my 1-2 boom jump, 1-2 boom, and he gave me 10 minutes of practice time, and we actually won a game because of the 2 extra points I blocked earlier. We had went down 26-6 against a team in Alabama. We was playing Dothan High School. We was playing a 6A team in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
They went up 26-6 on us. We come back, storm back. By the time fourth quarter in, we win in 28-26. They are like the 30-yard line. They trying to block a field goal. They're trying to come out and make a field goal. They were so unorganized that because they was trying to find me, that they didn't realize the time had ran out. So we actually won that game from coming back from like 20 points down, Bob. So, and you know, I always had that knack, and I never had a partner in crime until I came up here. Eric Warfield started doing it also. I was a little mad because I always wanted to be that guy, but
individual.
And then a couple of times Warfield blocked punts, and I would scoop it up and make the touchdown.
Oh yeah,
because we'll call it all out blitz, but he would get there first. I was never, I wouldn't call it unselfish, but because he learned how to do it the correct way, and we was like a 1-2 duo, and plus we had a great return guy, but. It's just something that I've always been proud on, that I probably think that, when they say who's the best punt blocker, I always, I'm going to go, a lot of people say Barry Miles, but Barry Miles had 4 years here. I only had 2.
But, I don't think he had 4.
Well, he had 3.
He had that prop year, remember?
Well, he had 3.
Yeah, but
you give me 3 years and I'm going to break half of the records here.
but again, I've watched your film. I watched Barry Miles. The thing that stands out the most is you guys' your first step.
Yeah.
You never false step.
Yeah.
Because that's the key.
Yeah.
That little half a second or whatever, you won't get there.
Something.
It means something.
Yeah.
So your first step and then your approach to the ball, your hands were always down because they always say what? Take the ball off what?
The foot.
So just watching you guys do that was amazing in itself.
Always, and there's one thing you always do when you block a kick. You keep your eyes open. You don't close your eyes. A lot of guys close their eyes, and that ends up into roughing kickers and stuff.
It's amazing, Bock. You'll see so many guys at the point of attack close their eyes.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So, I mean, those two were, and then you add in Warfield, but those two, Barron and T. Farley, watching them, and then Warfield, of course, but just the technique-wise, they had that down to a science.
Dr. Terrell, I do have a couple more questions for you here based on this little write-up. Says you were recruited at the prep level by Alabama, Florida, and Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that played in. But
Clemson sent me to JUCO. Before I only started 1 year. I got kicked out. Tell you the story. I got kicked out the football every year. Every year. Except probably my last year. In my junior year. My first 2 years, I got kicked out the team. Because I was silly.
It was enough.
I was more on the sidelines, talking, janking on people, and that. I mean, my first year, I went against seniors, and I'm talking about, I was getting my head blown off, and they was trying to hurt me, but they was like, "Hey, man, I just hit this little kid hard as I could," and he got right back up and just looked me dead in my face. I've been hit harder by my brother, just running from him and trying to duck the corner, and he just smashed my head into drywall. Me and my brother had some wars, but not being able to start, I think And then having just 1 year of me starting, that my recruiting started later. I never thought I was going to go to college. I always thought, hey, I'm just going to play football, then get a job and live in Columbus, Georgia for the rest of my life. I thought I was going to be one of those kids. And then it dawned on me that, coming from nothing to being the defensive player of the year in my division and being the special linebacker of the year, special team player of the year, the only person that beat me out for player of the year was Mo Williams. You probably heard of him. He was he went to the University of Kentucky. He played for the Minnesota Vikings for about 20 years. And me and him went to school together and played against him in high school. And he gained 300 yards a game, and we shut him down to 50 in that game. So, and I tell people, it's all about heart, man. It's all about your size and how big you are and how fast you are. It's all about the heart and who taught you the game of football, because I was raised in a football league. I played since I was 6 years old. I played every position from quarterback to running back to nose guard to everything.
I don't think you played quarterback.
I was a quarterback for 2 years, for 3 years.
They must have figured out you can't throw.
Oh, I was the thrower. I threw a 50-yard bomb.
Stop. Man, I seen you throw a football, Farley.
Yeah, Kenny, you see how little those little league footballs are?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then I could throw that 50 yards.
Okay.
On the tee.
On the tee?
Yeah.
By the way, shout out to the recruiting department this year because you were the only junior college guy that they brought in. You apparently were ranked 30th best junior college prospect according to Super Prep. Ended up being a second-team All-American that year, so there's that. The only other thing I want to challenge you is you told me you committed to Nebraska because the football team has been playing national championships. And here it says, I chose Nebraska partly because they graduated several linebackers this season and also because academically it was a good program.
All right, I had to say that part, Bob. I had to say that.
So hold on, wait.
Part.
So what did he tell you, Bob? Why did he tell you? Because he wanted to what?
Because Nebraska was playing for a national champion. He wanted to be among the best.
Here I said I wanted to go to Nebraska because I wanted to see what it felt to play with the big boys.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they graduated several linebackers, so it's easy for me to come in here and try to play, which makes sense. You think I would have stayed here if Ed Stewart was still here?
Probably not.
If what's the other, Troy Dumas was still here? Hell no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have went to A&M somewhere.
Okay, Bob, that thing said academics, right?
Yep.
Get him graduated. Good job, Farley.
Yeah.
It's in writing.
What's in writing?
That right there.
Ask me, did I graduate?
That's the number one.
Did you graduate?
From JUCO, yeah, 93.7.
Dennis LeBlanc, let's get him back in there and get him graduated.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving, not your paperwork. Join over 11,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain and the letter X.com/AI.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
I'm Terrell Farley, host of Bock The Blackshirt show at 1 to 3 weekdays. And my favorite thing to do, see, or go to in downtown Lincoln is the food, because they have great selections of food, and Buzzard Billy's with the great alligator they have down there.
This message is brought to you by the Downtown Lincoln Association and 93.7 The Ticket.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Husker fans watch women's basketball, so we can't wait to see you in the stands at Pinnacle Bank Arena this season. Single game tickets start at just $12, making it easier than ever to watch the Huskers from the best seat in the house. Don't miss your chance to witness the energy, the hustle, and the heart of this team live in PVA. Huskers watch women's basketball, so get your tickets now at huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska businesses and communities like yours. Learn how we can help you at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
The 2026 Love Nebraska schedule is here. Season 2 features 10 opportunities to catch your home team in Nebraska, with 9 at Baxter Arena and 1 at the Heartland Events Center in Grand Island. More matches means more chances to see your favorite pro volleyball athletes, like Lexi Rodriguez and Jordan Larson. Check out the full schedule by visiting lovneb.com/schedule.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see increasing clouds throughout the day with light winds. An afternoon high around 55. Tonight, partly cloudy skies and light winds with a low around 28. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies. It'll be breezy with an afternoon high near 54. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're listening to Bock The Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Made it back.
I made it back.
Then you made it back.
Never drink eggnog before a radio show.
How much of that was it? Like a quarter gallon? How much did you drink?
Oh man, I took a couple of drinks with Jake Sorensen, Luke, and then I ate tacos. So.
Oh yeah.
93.7 The Ticket. Welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt. K-Dub Tuesday in effect.
Boy, you one of a kind.
All right, fellas. I think I think I talked enough about what's going on.
Yeah.
So, what do we look for in the transfer portal quarterback, Kenny?
Again, I can't speak for them, but the only thing I would say, you would have to bring in somebody that has proven themselves on the field. You cannot bring in a project. You have to bring somebody in that fits what you want to do. We've all said it plenty of times. Do we have an identity on offense? I don't know. From week to week, it's totally different. You say you want to be a running team, then you wind up running the ball, then you wind up throwing the ball. You wind up throwing it more than you want to run it. So it has to be someone with proven with a proven resume that could challenge Latif. Or, how are you going to handle it? Are you going to tell that kid you're going to be the starter and Latif's going to be the backup? Then you're going to get Latif in the portal. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be a guy that has proven themselves on the field, who has a little mileage under him and playing college football, and that could challenge Latif, if not beat him out, and you can possibly win more games than you did this year. Because if you don't, you're gonna be in the same situation.
So when you okay, let's talk about this Latif part, because I have to be to the point where if I'm at Rowe, I'll say, okay, Latif, I'm gonna give you a little bit more money. You're not gonna get Dylan money, but you're gonna get money to at least try to be the QB1.
No, so again, here's how you handle that. You bringing money up first.
Well,
that's the first thing you said.
These kids, that's the first thing they're gonna ask, though. You don't think right now on TJ Latif's mind is, how do I get this Dylan money, or do I get the Dylan money, or how much do I get now since I'm QB1? Well, that's
so you designate him QB1 is what you're saying.
He who else?
But you just said we need to get one out of the portal.
But as for right now, because you got to renew, you have to have talks before the next year.
So here's how the talk should go. Hey, this is what you're making now. If you win the starting job, this is what you'll get.
But you don't think that he needs another bump before even that?
No.
So you telling me for me?
So you're rewarding him now, and then what if he doesn't win the starting job?
I'm rewarding him for what he did this year. Because at first his pay wasn't based on him being a backup or him playing 4 games. His base, when I say this, his pay was for being a redshirt freshman. He exceeded that with his play because he played more than 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
He started 3. I at least need a little bump. And then if I do win the starting job, give me another bump. I guess that's what his agent's going to say, Bob.
Well, and I think too, and again, part of it is what is he hearing? What is his agent hearing? What are the coaches evaluating him? Because it would be nice if his market value was based on pay, the play on the field, but part of it's based on what is somebody else willing to pay him. He, like everybody else right now, is probably thinking, or at least fielding calls, or thinking about fielding calls of what's the best bottom line for me. And again, maybe that's not the case. To Kenny's point earlier, maybe they do have some guys on the team that are going to be team first. But if you're looking for an opportunity, it's right here at a Power 4 school, and you're lined up for it. So, I think there's a lot to be going on in his head, but it's such a mess right now. It's free agency, right?
But if you think his phone hasn't been ringing since he played that first game, you losing your mind.
Right.
His people have been in contact with whoever. You know what I mean? So I'm sure there's a number out there that he's probably going to throw at them guys in order to keep them here. But again, what if you bring in another quarterback?
Well,
that beats him out.
I'm going to bring in another quarterback, but I'm going to give you something to make you at least happy. That's probably what you're going to, not saying you have to say, but you're going to have to say.
That's the part that's
this is what we turned college football into, though.
Yeah. You got a mouse in your pocket?
I'm just saying, we're part of it.
We ain't.
Yeah, we talk about it.
We talk about it.
I just leave out the money part.
Yeah, that's what
Let's talk about quarterbacks in the portal.
Okay.
Well, I think real quick before you, they have to also evaluate and we can say it from the outside, he's starting the bowl game, so you got to say your certain things there. Is he their plan? Is he quarterback one planned moving forward? Or is he quarterback, or, at least co-quarterback one, we're going to have a competition moving forward? Or did they evaluate it and say, we need quarterback one? He needs a year to sit, whatever. And so that could change the number quite a bit for what they're looking for.
Are we on hour 2 now?
We are on hour 2.
That's what I was trying to tell you.
Hold on. Before you say that, do you have Dana Holgerson?
Yes.
Do you have the quarterback part?
Hold on. Let me look at it real quick. Yeah,
now, Dana Holgerson earlier today talked about what Nebraska wants in the portal. Some of these checks are already here. So find it for me, Bock.
Okay.
And play it.
All right, give me a second as I run through these.
He said some of these checks are already here.
See, they're labeled a little bit differently. We'll play a few. I think this might be it. I'm gonna keep looking, but this is at least on TJ Lateef. If I can get my computer to work with me here.
Just his calmness and his eagerness to take it over. Okay, so it just goes back to his mentality when we went to UCLA. I'll go back before that. His mindset when he got thrusted into that USC game, which was huge, and he didn't flinch. And so now, I just think there's going to be a confidence level to go with his calmness and it's killing him that he's not practicing right now because he wants the reps. Okay, so he just loves the game, and he's really fired up about this opportunity to go into this game knowing that a lot's riding on him being the starting quarterback.
All right, here's the clip, and that was of course on TJ Lateef not practicing. I think that's of note here right now. Here's the preferences between older or younger quarterbacks in the portal for Nebraska.
Yeah, it's an interesting conversation. It's an interesting question based on the conversations I've been having for 2 days now, and we haven't made those decisions. And I can argue, it'd be good to bring young kids in. I could argue it'd be good to bring an older kid in. I just think you need to look at it because that position is, competition is very important in that position. What typically happens if you bring too much competition in, when the thing gets resolved, they leave. That's happened in that room when they had to sit. You lose the battle, you leave, and you go transfer, and you got to sit a year. And so, yeah. But but because of that rule, I think you'll be able to get guys to come in for a competition perspective when they know they can leave if they don't win the job. There's that aspect of it too. So I just think you evaluate them, you try to find the best fit. Like I said, January 2nd is going to be crazy. When we can't talk to kids now. We can't bring kids in. We can't, you can probably gauge some interest, so to speak, but I don't know if we're going to have that answer until we can be able to sit face to face and be able to bring guys in to see what the absolute best fit is. Best players need to come in. We need to continue to get better players in here. And, it obviously starts at that position.
So, one thing he said that they can't talk to him now, bro. There's some talking going on.
They better have a little bit of a plan by the time
talking going
January
on.
2nd.
Yes, there's some talking going on. Again, the younger guy thing will affect 27 quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you bring a younger guy, he wins the job. Now he has 2 more years. Lateef's probably going to leave. Now you're bringing another guy, the 27 kid in. What is his patience going to be like? You know what I mean? So again, hopefully they have a plan. I hope that they have a plan. They better have a plan because again, like he said, you bring a guy in, he doesn't win the job, he's going to leave. You bring a guy in, he wins the job, Lateef's going to leave. So they're in a no-win situation right now. So
now, Kenny, he also said that he's been having these conversations the last 2 days. As many Nebraska fans, they weren't necessarily shocked by the Dylan Raiola news. Maybe you could see it coming again with some of the other Raiola news as of recent. Have they haven't having those conversations? They've had to have those conversations more than the last 2 days, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It just ramped up when they had an inclination that he was going to make that announcement.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just sped up the process for them. Yeah, the conversations have been started. It just sped up the process for them.
Real quick before we get to your list, because I do think they need a list. They need to kind of have a list ongoing in their pocket about what they're going to do if a quarterback or any player leaves. I did want to hear this real quick from Holgerson because I heard about this too. Did he attempt to get Dylan to exit the portal?
Dylan's was around for a couple of days, and then he was not here. So I've had conversations with Dylan, but at the end of the day, I ain't speaking for him. I don't want to speak to him. I really enjoyed coaching him and wish him the best.
There you go. I don't know if you got much of an answer out of that.
Wasn't around when he started coming.
So he stopped practicing.
No, he wasn't practicing.
Never went to.
Yeah, he said he was around, then he stopped coming around. So when he stopped coming around, that was your answer.
Yeah.
That was their answer.
Yeah.
Made it easy for them.
You're right. When we talk about portal quarterbacks, obviously there's a good few guys that's in there. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to see if they have a chance or do we have a chance at getting them. Sam Levitt.
I mean, it all depends on money. With all those guys in the portal, it's going to come down to money. And the names you're going to mention, are they going to be the guy?
Sam Levitt's been actually reported to go to LSU or Indiana.
So I guess what he's saying too, and as I think is with the Sam Levitt name is there's tiers to what you're going to where people are going to go in the portal.
That's tier one.
To Sam Levitt is like the number one name in the portal. Is he likely to go to a rebuilding 7-5 team or Indiana to kind of take over, whatever those jobs might be? So, I mean, that's why I think, these top names that you're going to bring up, they're going to go to the open jobs that are going to compete for college football playoff spots. Not a hope or a dream, but actually competing.
And that's what I've been telling people. Mm-hmm. You can try to get kids out of the portal all you want, but most kids going to go somewhere where they can win first and foremost.
Yeah.
And then the money.
Yeah.
Get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Brandon Sorsby.
Does he fit what we're trying to do?
Yes. I think he more than fits. We played him the first game of the season, Cincinnati. I think he's more lucrative or attractive to a better program, probably, who's going to offer him, probably I put him in Sam Levitt probably in the same category, same tier.
He's reportedly had at least several teams reach out to him with $4 million contract offers.
And I think he's going to go somewhere where he can win also.
Right, yeah. And he did, by the way, start his career at Indiana. So that's where a lot of people think he'll finish his career.
Yeah. DJ Lagway.
I don't think you want him.
You might get him, yeah.
You might get him, but he may be not the one you want.
And by the way, there was a report on him too, is that he wanted to stay at Florida, but the initial meetings between Lagway and the new staff didn't go well.
So there's something to be said by that.
Yeah. So Florida didn't want him.
No.
After 2 years.
Who's next?
Aiden Childs.
Michigan you don't want him either. You played against him. You saw what he can do.
Yeah, I like they backup better than him.
Preach.
He did, by the way, have his worst game against Nebraska. Not to say that I just want to, if that's your only indication of who he is, he's a little better than that. But
and they
still.
started arguing on the sideline too.
Right? Yeah. Him and his
Colton,
number one wide receiver,
Colton Joseph from Old Dominion. I hear a lot about this kid.
So interesting. Old Dominion. The thing you have to look at is kids coming from that level. Have they had success where they transfer up? You know what I mean? Now you can't compare them all the same, but he'll probably be a guy you can get.
You're right. All right, Bock, let's go to break. When we come back, we'll talk about the games this weekend, man. We'll try to break some of them down. We'll talk about our overall records from last week. We only played 3 games, but we'll talk about that in Alabama, Oklahoma. We'll talk about the other couple of games.
There's a game tonight.
There's the game coming up. Yeah, Troy State versus Jacksonville State.
That's
the
right.
Battle of the Alabamas.
And I said Jacks. You said Troy.
I know because I believe in Troy. 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
At Riddle's Jewelry, we know there are moments in life when you realize this is what it's all about. And you wish you could hold on to that feeling forever. This is why we've made jewelry our passion for 65 years. This holiday season, find the perfect gift with savings up to 50%. Riddle's Jewelry, family owned since 1959.
Located in Lincoln at the Gateway Mall.
I'm Terrell Farley, host of Bock the Blackshirt show at 1 to 3 weekdays. And my favorite thing to do, see, or go to in downtown Lincoln is the food, because they have great selections of food, and Buzzard Billy's with the great alligator they have down there.
This message is brought to you by the Downtown Lincoln Association and 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you tired of your usual barbershop experience? Stop into Scissors and Scotch today. I know what you're thinking. Drink during a haircut? Don't worry. First comes the precision cut from one of their experienced barbers, followed by your complimentary cocktail in their upscale lounge. Scissors and Scotch blends your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. And now you can earn $10 off by simply mentioning the ticket. And if you're an existing member, still mention the ticket for an exclusive offer. Offer valid at Lincoln location only. Scissors and Scotch, located just south of 30th and Yankee Hill, and online at lincoln.scissorscotch.com.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Guess what you could be getting as a gift this year?
Another year of free oil changes?
Nope. I'll give you a clue. Onk, onk.
I don't know. 6 geese a laying?
No.
Vacuum cleaner?
Better. This has 4-wheel drive.
The Nebraska Lottery's Yuletide Ride promotion is back?
Yep. Until January 20th, I just enter non-winning Merry Money holiday scratch tickets online, and we could win an SUV.
We?
Sorry, you.
Merry Money top prize odds vary by game.
There's only one place this holiday season to shop for the sports fan in your life and get cash back for slightly used sports items you don't need anymore. Play It Again Sports. Check out their selection of new and used items, including home fitness equipment like treadmills, exercise bikes, and ellipticals, and get your lift on with free weights, benches, and racks to add to your home gym. And don't forget, if you have anything slightly used to trade in, they'll give you instant cash. Holiday shopping starts and ends at Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
At Koppel, during the holidays, we take time to cherish our terrific staff, community, and loyal customers that continue to drive that money-saving mile to Louisville, Nebraska. Hi, this is Sean Callahan. I can proudly say I bought my car at Koppel. If you are in the area, I invite you to stop by Koppel Chevrolet GMC's offices in Louisville or check them out online at koppelcars.com. On behalf of Koppel Chevrolet GMC, Merry Christmas and safe travels to all.
Husker fans watch women's basketball, so we can't wait to see you in the stands at Pinnacle Bank Arena this season. Single game tickets start at just $12, making it easier than ever to watch the Huskers from the best seat in the house. Don't miss your chance to witness the energy, the hustle, and the heart of this team live in PBA. Huskers watch women's basketball, so get your tickets now at huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red. Are you ready to make a difference this holiday season? Schwezo Construction and TMCO are hosting a diaper drive December 5th through the 19th. They're collecting diapers, pull-ups, and wipes to benefit TMCO Prep Academy, the Nebraska Diaper Bank, and Forward. Drop off your donations at Schwezo Construction, 93.7 The Ticket, Pine Lake Self-Storage, or White Elm Brewery. Together, we care for our community. For more information, please visit Schwezo Construction's website or Facebook page today.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. I am the Blackshirt, Terrell Farley. I got Jake Bockerman in the house and Kenny K-Dub Williams.
Wilhite.
Wilhite.
What the heck?
Kenny Williams. Yeah, I mess up names sometimes.
We know you do.
What I called him, Jack Foreman last week.
Jack Foreman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Bock, let's talk about the 3 games we had last week and who did what.
Well, it was the Army-Navy game. Obviously, came down to the end. Navy ended up winning that one. I think everybody picked Navy for that one. Then South Carolina State and Prairie View A&M. I believe that one went to overtime.
Yes, it did.
3 overtime.
Yeah. So that was a wild game.
I thought that Prairie View would take it because they was up 21-0.
They should have won that game.
Yeah.
You're up 21-0. You should win that game.
Well, and it cost us. The only person to pick South Carolina State throughout that was the text line. So text line picks up a victory there. Boise State and Washington, everybody went with Washington. Everybody should have went with Washington as they dominated Boise State. So after our early game picks here, text line 3-0 so far. And everybody else, Kenny, myself, and Terrell Farley, all at 2-1. With a game tonight, Troy and Jacksonville State in the IS4S Salute to Veterans Bowl.
I'll be 3-1 after the night. Probably you'll be 2-2.
No, you'll be 2-2.
Yeah, we've got some separate picks there. I'm going to pull it up, make sure I got this right. So Terrell and the text line going with Troy, myself, and Kenny going with Jack State.
Good man, Bob.
two guys who will be another game down, and one of your percentage points will go away, as Bob would like to put it.
Love
That's
it.
right, yeah.
Love it. Appreciate you, Bob. Appreciate you, Bob.
What I was finna say, y'all. See, I done lost my mind.
You
just
lost your
thinking
train of
what
thought.
y'all
See?
I was on to something big.
No, we was going to discuss first Emmett.
No. I was gonna go to something else, but yeah, go ahead, Bob.
Okay, well,
no. This is what I want to talk about. After we Diego Pavia.
Oh my God. That's what's the kid's name?
Vandy's quarterback.
No, I know, but the train wreck at Texas A&M.
Johnny Manziel.
2.0.
That's 2.0.
That's who I think he is. After the Heisman ceremony, he went on a rant. He was in the clubs. He was disrespectful to the voters. He was disrespectful to the winner. A lot of people have called him out since the Heisman ceremony Saturday, Bach. Some people call him Johnny Manziel 2.0. Cam Newton called him out, called him classless. Bach, what else you want to add to this repertoire that he's getting?
Yeah, he had a bleep Indiana sign after losing the Heisman race. He was seen with, like you said, bleep all the voters as well in one of his posts. Just not the way. I mean, not the way to lose this thing with class. Indiana's quarterback Fernando Mendoza, by the way, described Ohio State's quarterback Julian Sayin as a total class act. He said it's easy to see why Ohio State is so successful with a guy like Sayin leading the team. I hadn't seen any quote like that of Mendoza talking about Pavia, though. So not to say that maybe he didn't say some kind of words, but yeah, kind of interesting there. I did want to point out, though, Fernando Mendoza, obviously rare that the Big Ten quarterback wins a Heisman, but he's the second quarterback since 1971 and the first since 1986 to win a Heisman without at least 3,000 passing yards or 500 rushing yards. So I think part of it, is just the Indiana story.
Yes.
Obviously. Yeah.
I mean, it's a big story.
Winning.
I think when you talk about
Heisman moment against Penn State. Yeah.
When you talk about Kirk Cignetti and the things he did, how he revamped that football program because it was dead. It was one of the worst programs that probably when you've seen. I looked at the 60-minute thing. I look at all clips of it, and this man is he's a believer in himself. And I think when you talk about football players, they have to believe in themselves. And I think one thing that we do is when we get down in games, these players lose hope. So the thing you have to do is play with heart, and you know, and it's not about studying football. I mean, once you go in that film room, you lock in and you study. You got to study the tendencies of teams and what they like to do and the motion of you know, you got to be a smart. You don't have to be the smartest football player, but you got to have at least common sense to go out there and win the games.
Did you listen to Mendoza's Heisman speech?
Oh yeah.
The message he gave for young kids coming up.
Yeah.
About I wasn't a 4-star guy. I wasn't this, I wasn't that, but I believed in myself.
Yeah.
Hard work, his dedication.
Yeah. That's all. I mean,
his speech was, man, look, if you haven't listened to his speech, please go listen to it, because again, we keep talking about NIL money, we keep talking about stars, and that's a young man that didn't have all those he didn't, you know, he had Cal. And then he transferred to Indiana, somewhere where he thought
Cal's not a bad school.
It's not a bad school, but
Marshawn Lynch.
Going back, Sean Jackson. Go back to
yeah. Yeah. So, but just please listen to his Heisman speech.
By the way, maybe text of the day here. 8757 says, "I'll be shocked if the Browns don't draft Pavia." Browns have a history.
Sorry for his career, then. Yeah, that's hopefully now. Yeah, not to harp on the Browns, but yeah, they've had a really bad history of drafting quarterbacks. Manziel being one of them, huh?
Yeah.
I'll leave that one out.
Okay. All right, Bob.
All right, let's get to the you know, there's so much news yesterday. We didn't get to the fact that, obviously, the Dylan Raiola news, that the fact that Emmett Johnson did earn second team honors on the AP All-American team. This is a big deal. I know we've seen, you know, different publications maybe put him first team. So you might say, well, what's the difference here? Well, the AP is kind of the official poll, if you will, or the one that's been going the longest time. All the way since 1925, the AP has named All-American teams in college football. And so as we kind of go through it here, there's kind of some interesting notes. I'll just name a few of the guys. Mekhi Lemon from USC, first team wide receiver. Jeremiah Smith, first team wide receiver for Ohio State. Skylar Bell, the first ever player from UConn to be named an AP first team All-American. I think there's kind of some interesting things going on here. Quarterback Fernando Mendoza, obviously. Running back Jeremiah Love and Ahmad Hardy. That was picked over Emmett Johnson. You'd seen Emmett Johnson and other polls as well be the all-purpose player. In the AP, they went with KC Concepcion from Texas A&M. So I think that's all interesting. And then you look at the second team offense where, again, Emmett Johnson lands. Diego Pavia, who we mentioned, the quarterback there, Kawan Lacey, the other running back on the second team. And so, I mean, I don't want to go name by name, although they deserve it. It's incredible to see what some of these guys have done. But the stat that I wanted to bring out is that, as you see here, 2 offensive linemen named among the 5 offensive linemen, first team All-American, or at Iowa, Bo Stevens and Logan Jones. That is now, Iowa has now had at least one AP All-American first teamer 8 straight years at Iowa since 2019. No other program has had a streak of over 4 years. So this goes back to Caleb Johnson, the previous player, Cooper DeJean. Think about the different positions I'm talking about. Caleb Johnson, Cooper DeJean, Troy Taylor, Jack Campbell, Tyler Lindenbaum, Davian Nixon on the defensive line, Keith Duncan at kicker, and this year now Logan Jones and Bo Stevens. And I often get, I kind of get made fun of for liking Iowa or whatever. And I say I don't like necessarily Iowa football, but I like the program they run.
Yes.
Nothing's given to them. They have, they fight. They've got an identity. They develop. Yes. And that's what you see again here. So Nebraska, for what it's worth, Iowa has now had one, I believe, for 7 straight years, going back to 2019. Nebraska hasn't had an AP first-team All-American since Levante Dave. And you can say, well, again, that's hard to do. I get it. Emmett Johnson, an incredible season. He even falls a little bit short here. But if Iowa can do it for 8 straight years at multiple different positions, must be something either in the water or something that they're doing right coaching over there. And so, you just kind of go back to that. and why maybe Iowa has definitely the advantage in that series over this time at Nebraska too. Then the other thing is that with that stat is that Nebraska's had one AP first team All-American since joining the Big Ten. Again, inherited that from the Big 12 and Levante David to a degree. But all that being said, I don't want to go through all these stats. Congrats to Emmett Johnson for being second team AP All-American. Terrell, you're a second team AP All-American. That is a very difficult thing to get done, and Emmett Johnson rose to the occasion this year.
Congrats to that young man. Hey, Bock. Logan Jones. Where is he from?
The Council Bluffs?
He's from, yeah. Right in the backyard.
Where you at, Iowa?
He's at Iowa. And he was on my list as one of the kids I thought we should really, really take a run at, and we decided to say he wasn't big enough. So, and like you said, you get made fun of for liking Iowa. You have your reasons for liking Iowa. And the reason was you said they develop, right?
Yeah.
And they have a system, right?
Yeah.
So that system hasn't changed in how many years?
Not since 1999.
That's how long he's been there, right?
Yeah.
The head coach I'm speaking of.
Yeah.
So they have an identity, they have a system, and they recruit for their system, and they develop kids. That's the system we used to have. That's the blueprint that we got away from. So that's why I had 8 in the last 8 years, right?
Yeah, since 2019.
Since 2019.
Eight straight years. Yeah.
Wow. Do we have Old Dominion in South Florida in our thing, Bock?
In what? What is that?
In the games?
We should have picked every game, I believe. Let me see.
I don't know. You kind of slick, Bock. I counted over. We still have 40 games left.
We have 40 games left?
Yeah.
So what do you think your record going to be in that 40?
Probably 100 and.
No, I ain't asked you that. I said in the 40. I said in the 40 left. What do you think your record going to be?
Probably 30 and 10.
So
really?
We all picked South Florida in that one.
Okay.
Really? 30 and 10?
Yeah.
In the last 40?
Yeah.
Y'all heard it. Everybody's heard it.
Terrell has broken the 100 mark, right? You're at 100
wins
now
100
this season.
wins.
Yeah. First one to do so.
Yeah.
Text line is what? 2 behind
98, yep. After that,
Ooh,
after winning.
They coming to get you. They coming to get you.
They only game one game.
They won.
What?
You said you was, hey, there's 40 games left.
We are the champions.
See, can't be humble.
Yeah. I'm the champion.
He's a regular season
You're
champion.
regular season champ?
I'll take it.
You're the paper champ right now.
No.
They 2 games behind you. They're going to come and get you.
Yeah. You worry about your 37 games you behind.
No, I'm not behind 37.
Yes, you are.
Well, because I started late.
It's okay. You still down 37 games, Kenny.
Bock, winning percentage, right?
Winning percentage.
Thank you, Bock.
We'll look at the winning percentage.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Like that gets you in the playoffs. All right. 93.7 the ticket. Bock in the black shirt. K-Dub Tuesday. We'll be right back.
Guess what you could be getting as a gift this year?
Another year of free oil changes?
Nope. I'll give you a clue. Onk, onk.
I don't know. 6 geese a-laying?
No.
Vacuum cleaner?
Better. This has 4-wheel drive.
The Nebraska Lottery's Yuletide Ride promotion is back?
Yep. Until January 20th, I just enter non-winning Merry Money holiday scratch tickets online, and we could win an SUV.
We?
Sorry, you.
Merry Money top prize odds vary by game.
There's only one place this holiday season to shop for the sports fan in your life and get cash back for slightly used sports items you don't need anymore. Play It Again Sports. Check out their selection of new and used items, including home fitness equipment like treadmills, exercise bikes, and ellipticals, and get your lift on with free weights, benches, and racks to add to your home gym. And don't forget, if you have anything slightly used to trade in, they'll give you instant cash. Holiday shopping starts and ends at Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
At Koppel, during the holidays, we take time to cherish our terrific staff, community, and loyal customers that continue to drive that money-saving mile to Louisville, Nebraska. Hi, this is Sean Callahan. I can proudly say I bought my car at Koppel. If you are in the area, I invite you to stop by Koppel Chevrolet GMC's offices in Louisville or check them out online at koppelcars.com. On behalf of Koppel Chevrolet GMC, Merry Christmas and safe travels to all.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see increasing clouds throughout the day with light winds. An afternoon high around 55. Tonight, partly cloudy skies and light winds with a low around 28. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies. It'll be breezy. An afternoon high near 54. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready to make a difference this holiday season? Schwiezo Construction and TMCO are hosting a diaper drive December 5th through the 19th. They're collecting diapers, pull-ups, and wipes to benefit TMCO Prep Academy, the Nebraska Diaper Bank, and Forward. Drop off your donations at Schwiezo Construction, 93.7 The Ticket, Pine Lake Self-Storage, or White Elm Brewery. Together, we care for our community. For more information, please visit Schwiezo Construction's website or Facebook page today. Have you been looking for home technology upgrades but don't know where to turn? Online information can be contradicting and confusing. Lincoln's own experts at Dio Technologies can turn your living room into the place to watch your favorite sports. Whatever your vision is, Dio Tech is ready to make it a reality. From home theaters to outdoor entertainment spaces, they bring you along through the entire process to make sure you get exactly what you want. If you're ready to upgrade your entertainment space, visit Diotech online at diotech.net or give them a call at 402-793-5124.
Happy holidays, Nebraska. The Christmas event of the year is coming to the Lead Center. A Christmas Story, the musical, with all your favorite funny gags. The Fragile leg lamp, the Red Ryder BB gun, the ridiculous pink bunny suit, and more. All the fun of the movie, now with singing and dancing as seen on Broadway, with music by Pasek and Paul, the writers of The Greatest Showman. We triple dog dare you to get your tickets today. Leadcenter.org.
Tired of asking what's for dinner? Nourished for Life has got you covered. At Nourished, they're a local meal prep company that delivers fresh, chef-crafted, healthy meals straight to your door. Made from wholesome ingredients and ready when you are. No shopping, no chopping. Just heat, eat, and enjoy every night of the week. Fuel your busy days with balanced meals that are designed to keep you satisfied and energized. Visit nourishedforlife.co to purchase meals and taste the convenience of home-cooked comfort without the hassle.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
When it comes to keeping your equipment running, you've got options at Landmark Implement. Whether you need premium John Deere parts or a more economical solution, A&I Parts from Landmark deliver the dependable performance you can count on with cost savings up to 40%. From filters and bearings to belts and everyday repairs, A&I Parts are built to work as hard as you do while helping stretch your budget further. Stop by your local Landmark Implement parts counter today or shop online anytime at shop.deere.com and experience the Landmark difference.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. All right, y'all. All I want from Santa Claus is a 10-2 team that could go to the college football playoffs.
Better look at that.
By the year 2030.
I won't be here.
I'll be here.
I won't be here.
Well,
no, you said 2030.
Where you going?
No, nowhere.
Okay.
I thought I was going to be in 6 feet
you
under.
was talking about
The upper room.
The upper room.
That's what I'm talking about.
What's
The upper
wrong
room.
with you?
Nothing.
I said 2030,
I
not
thought-
2085.
Okay,
Kenny.
my bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
As we get closer to this weekend, man, we got some great games coming up. We have Oregon. Well, who we have first playing?
It's Troy and Jacksonville State.
Troy and Jackson. We're not worried about them teams right there. I'm going to the 19th. So let's go to college football playoffs. Who plays first? Friday night. Come on, computer. Alabama, Oklahoma. What you think about that matchup? I don't like it because now you're matching up two teams that played already before.
I don't like it.
And especially with the Ole Miss Tulane, Bob, that part right there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you would do in this case, because if you're messing with that seeding, that it would kind of mess up your top 4 seeds that you're kind of So I get it. I mean, I don't necessarily like the rematches either, but I guess that's kind of what they have to do here. And it's been interesting. I mean, Oklahoma's obviously gotten the better of Alabama lately. Alabama did not look good, and granted, against a really good Georgia team there in the SEC championship. But we always say it's hard to beat a team twice. We'll see if Oklahoma can do it. They had a very difficult schedule, but they won a close game, 23-21 at Alabama at Tuscaloosa earlier this year. Remember, these first round playoff games are at the host site, so this one will be the return trip now to Norman.
Ooh. All right, Miami versus Texas A&M. Gonna be a good one.
Yeah, that'll be Saturday. Obviously, Notre Dame's going to sit back and watch the two teams that they lost to, so that's kind of the funny part about it. But yeah, that should be a good game. Obviously, Texas A&M finally looked vulnerable with a loss to Texas there at the end. Miami, a lot of people love kind of the way that they are built as a team. Carson Beck obviously has experience in the postseason, but a couple shaky losses to Louisville and SMU. That's why I've been kind of doubting Texas A&M all along, but I got a favor of them in this one, I think.
All right, Tulane Ole Miss rematch.
Yeah.
Y'all said that like y'all in the choir. Okay, I like that.
Not the one we're necessarily. I mean, Ole Miss obviously going with a different coach here, but they beat Tulane 45-10. So I don't know.
Is Tulane's coach that departed is coaching in his game, right?
Yeah, he is.
So, that could be
James Madison, Oregon.
I think they're gonna give him a better fight than what people think.
We'll see. I was listening to Joe Clatt. He said the reason that we have to add the Power 5 or Power 4 teams is that if we don't, it'll be a lawsuit. And that's one reason why they're in the talk of the group of 5 teams, Bob.
Yeah, and there's different conversations about whether they should get in or not. They're kind of going from the top 5 champions. That's how you got 2 of them this year. Next year, they're going to kind of correct that mistake, right? So that Duke would actually have made it over James Madison this year, because they're going to make it so that the top Power 4 conferences obviously get their team in. There's a lot of money at stake for those conferences. And so that's would be very unfortunate. And maybe part of the reason why Miami did get in. I mean, their head-to-head over Notre Dame should be enough. But, so that's kind of interesting. I personally like to have everybody have a chance at a national championship. But I think a lot of it, too, is like the group of 5 teams, and they can be really good one way or the other, but it almost feels like they should be undefeated if they're going to be playing for a national championship, right? Either that or play a pretty darn good schedule with, 3 or 4 non-con games against legitimate Power 4 competition. But I like kind of having an underdog in the field. I think if you've got a 12-team, 16-team field, whatever they're going to end up at here, I like the idea of everybody having a chance at the national championship. They talk about maybe having lesser kind of a group of 5 championship type of thing, do that on its own right. And that could be interesting, but I like the Cinderella aspect of NCAA basketball. I also think if you're going to have that many teams, there aren't 12 deserving teams that should play for a championship in my mind. So why not slide them in there? I know it takes away the team that you think is 13th or whatever, but at that point, again, I kind of come from the old school philosophy. If you're not undefeated or don't have maybe one loss, then you're probably not necessarily championship material, though. Again, that's changing as we had a 2-loss champ last year.
Yeah, it's amazing you referenced the NCAA tournament, basketball tournament with the Cinderella stories. Do you think there will ever be a Cinderella story in the college football playoff?
I think there can be, as far as like a first round upset. A run would be difficult to see.
That's yeah. So
yeah.
You talking about the Joker? Boy, you so Farley so stupid, man. Yeah, so it's interesting. That's a topic that again we're going to stay. I just think all the conference champions should get automatic bids, and then you get two groups of those teams in there, and then everybody else. If you ain't make it, you ain't make it. I don't like rewarding a team that you left out one year. They automatically in next year if they go a certain record. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Any more thing, Bob? You
we
keep
got
going.
some more. Yeah, I can get some more here.
It's your turn, Bob.
As we get going, again, it's been more of a theme here for quarterbacks, and this is why I say, with this Dylan Raiola thing going on here, is that we're also seeing quarterbacks like announce they're returning. So Archer Manning, of course, announced that he will return for school for next year. He really started to turn on. If you watch that first game against Ohio State, maybe wrote him off for the rest of the season. Again, finished the year beating Texas A&M and actually finished with pretty good numbers, but still going to return. We saw Anthony Calandria of UNLV also announced that he will return to UNLV. A couple of their notes in college football. Interim coach Biff Poggi of Michigan said players feel betrayed. That's kind of how they're feeling at this point with the whole Sharon Moore scandal going on, which I don't want to make any light of it at all, but it is interesting that I thought it was interesting that no, I'll just keep that to myself. I don't want to say that.
Yeah, we don't have another hour, Bob. We ain't enough hours in a day for that topic.
Yeah, I don't want to get too much into the Sharon Moore situation. But one other thing that I did want to mention that I think is interesting, do you guys think that the Patrick Mahomes on top of the world era is over? Kansas City quarterback Patrick Mahomes, of course, underwent successful surgery here this past Monday night in Dallas to repair the tear in his left ACL. Their typical recovery for such an injury is about 9 months, meaning Mahomes will miss the team's offseason program and might miss the start of the next season. And so it brings up, obviously, the Chiefs eliminated from playoff discussion. Mahomes is 30 years old. Is the Chiefs dynasty over? With all that being said, I did want to note that one of the most prominent quarterbacks to rehab a torn ACL, of course, is Tom Brady, who did that after the 2008 season. At the time, he was 31. Remember, Mahomes is 30 right now, and Brady won 4 Super Bowls after that. Right now, of course, Mahomes has 3 Super Bowls along with 2 Super Bowl losses. Tom Brady finished with 7 Super Bowl victories. It's just crazy because Mahomes was the closest thing we were going to see on a trajectory to maybe compete with Tom Brady and his 7 Super Bowl victories. But football is what it is. The injuries happen. We'll see if he can recover. And are the Chiefs in a position now when he does return to compete?
Is the head coach going to retire or is he going to come back?
Yeah. I mean, those questions
that's
are
going
out
to
there.
be the question. If he decides to come back, I think you'll see Pat Mahomes be comeback player of the year next year. I'm saying that now. This is the Titanic. It's sinking. The Chiefs.
They're out of here. That's it.
You think the run is over?
That's it. It's done deal.
Okay.
It's time for somebody else to live up to.
Who is it though? Is it Josh Allen's time to take the torch?
Might be.
Huh?
It might be.
Okay.
Baltimore's making a strong run at the end of it. So
them two would have to play each other.
All right, 93.7 The Ticket. K-Dub Tuesday has come to an end. Terrell Farley, Jake Bachhoven, and Kenny Wilhite. Stay tuned for Old School up next with Jay Foreman and Austin Orman.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue. It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a 1-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Looking to upgrade your equipment and keep cash in your pocket? Through December at Landmark Implement, choose from a 12-month waiver on model year 2023 through 2025 John Deere 6 through 9 series tractors, sprayers, and combines. Or lock in a 2.9% fixed rate for 36 months, followed by 6.35% for another 36 months. Visit your local Landmark Implement for more details or check us out at landmarkimp.com and experience the Landmark difference.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in December, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep the clubs out year-round. Book your holiday parties at Double Eagle Golf and make plans to join them for a New Year's Eve party. Gift cards make a great stocking stuffer for Christmas, and don't forget to look ahead to 2026 as spring leagues begin in February. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf. When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown 2.